ao na bariti baito bamangana maiya aya na Ayakorekire Ijumaa na inche Eric Bosire Meta TV oborabu wagusi
TV oborabu wagusi
Get Karibu bonus when you join Odibet.
Mbia mwana na indo mwanchi umurire wita ya TV okwegena kwada na kwabiri ukwego kyaso kubwatie mirobere yonsi na inde ni gongo kwarigania se Ayakorekire Ijumaa Chinsa Inye ere ngumenya ina ayinkwariganeretie asenchera ere yobikirano yendera watonyo ya se chise mo chemetandao ensemo ya Facebook na wego YouTube witra ya TV litagan ke yima tigatranya rega tiarto kwariganeretie asenchera ere yobwinge
Nago musigari wana kuruga ito kondangeli ontebi omuriro yo kurwera kurwe bedroom kurwese kebekyo gesa tase nyomba na chikomnyoga oche staircase na nyoreri ogiri omuriro likurukuru
enyombe ye monigo ya bwato omuriro koirero ko yakweni benyinge nsemo ya mariba ward ya bugekebunge ya Kitutu Chache South.
Inside the house the officers found cannabis sativa stored in carrier bags, about 10 carrier bags.
Inyasore mebuko ikominigo yabekwa byarase kenyoro kya Nyakobaria location ya Nyaburure ward ya Kitutu Central asomo kagerwa monene nonyana baba kagutama.
Hana n'umwana oyesimigero avuga kinali gusabundi bwensi yoro chonda igarumu aro mumwamo mutambi nako biga bigitanda bunero ngiribu neli fregita isati ero ntamanya nganiriri nachitaga chinji
amateye mukuru ekenyoro kyali akworo iwodi ya Gesimanigo bari n'ubwoba bwo kuburo ku mwana obo oyoro marunde we pigipigi korwa ritko lya Jumatano. Togo chaka mwanchi omurigereri amate mokorwa sekenyoro kya mariba location ya Gesoni ward ya bugekebunge ya Kitutu Chache South County ya Kisii nigegenderete kobara sare nene magega yomuriro mutindi watekana gusambe nyomba yabo aseni boye chibesa chitamanyiri yabage koya oika koera korengana ne amateyo nigo muriro yo kagere go chaka kubwatkana ne chinguru chiestima asaba obisa bokolimyo muriro korwase county ya Kisii baikirana na gotema kuyorimia Eric Maobe noroboti urwasubuime
Nasenka yomugaka Henry Nyabuto borura kurwase kenyoro kya mariba ward ya Bogeka bunge ya Kitutu Chache South County ya Kisii oyogendete ko barasare nene maiga yomuriro mutindi wateke mambe ya rero yo sambe nibo yechibeza chinyinge asenka yaye
aigambo one muchono yone charinganga Chinsa Inye ne nusu chamambi kwenye sibili na rure bedroom goro na trimo kiro janze chitega kwenye tarara ne komi kinde siko gangona ko achi ngokendagera na go musigari wana kuruga ito kondangeli ontebi omuriro yo kurwera kurwe bedroom kurwese kebekyo gesa tase nyomba na chikomnyoga oche staircase na nyoreri ogiri omuriro likurukuru no wagutira chigoro na irina gojesiko ngo
korengana nere nigakaite buno omuriro yo nigo chakibwa gwetera chinguru chiestima asomoke bwa bamate na boiga nsemerie kurwani omuriro me county ya Kisii koyorimia otairira gotoria kende
chichirani chamnyoga wocha twaso konya kerito konyara ase rumu yanze lakini goronto konyara gosoa Nanyore kebo gistima kurumuno ari kubunga tar kuwa kabisa. Ono nasi unango kora at least ono rio kiriria chi PVC che ceiling echa bwa tomoro cha so
shunere ge gabune kebo ge kya tomoro maybe n'abantu ba Kenya Power barachegeiga batigererie batatebiango naki omoro naki ge ko garo chaka koruse ekebe kenyene because it seems omoro yo ruse kebo naki aga no kiabutoka gyoke kenyene.
Richmond Manani no mwaimisi kurwase ward ya Bogeka ibo igotogiro bwango bwense mere korimia omoro kurwase county ya Kisii aso bwango bukogania gotoria enibo.
Immediately my got to information we call akara the response team, the firefighters. I called the director, immediately. Yacha. So unjaika gaiga tuanyora omorobaro no guatete. Onarenga mbate mabuna vale kunyara ba yorimiri ba chire. Lakini mone kera bantu ba emergency response mbiyamono sogo chabacha bwango.
Goboigo aichanera kiria hatebire mune amateyo nigo yasiria kirekemo asabona abodi kiombe kirigete nete chinguru chiestima ko ene kyabuna nkumanya bari kiriro gochaka kumroyo.
Already we are getting in touch na bantu ba Kenya Power bache be establish a problem ngayarenga because mwako yosirie bintu bire binge na beddings chianga cha yere nyomba chonsi keninge yakonya please ne birogo biri byarenge downstairs na byakonyu bwe bintu bire si bintu bine nyomba hakuna kitu ikuko wana na so korara maybe araje saba sigari na araje arare because kira mamu na moro chari kira manke
Koroiga se ward ya Bogeka bunge ya Kitutu Chache South county ya Kisii nchini konkoro kwa Eric Maobe.
Kamera imezima. Oyo kabeiro mwaziri boburendi waime baigo yo bwateganga yo kuriye kirogo kyobora ibwensa sobachoro burende buri bosio Dr. Fredo Kengomatiangi nigo ritwari arera sanga nabarayi babasaye kurwase kibunge ikominemo ase county ya Nakuru okwanekere kyo Matiangi nigo abagani abasaye guseyeta abasaye bande asokoreta maunchiriro yo burayo buya asense ya Kenya batari kogoswa ntemerenge yo etache kubari baga eryo iriya buri beri kuiwekana ase oburayi.
Listen to the party leader very carefully last week. He said he's handing over the party to young people, to you people. Now, when elections of this party are called, honestly speaking, I pray, Jehovah, that we get to a point where 2/3 of our people in NEC and all leaders are you, young people. And you are not going to contest those seats if you are not a member. Let us register massively in Jubilee. And be ready when elections are held. We started this by the Occupy movement, Occupy Parliament, Occupy. Now let us literally occupy leadership by taking up this position and being there to make decisions on behalf of our people and to ensure that we support our country. I want to tell you, my younger brothers and sisters, when you go to your various areas where you stay, your sub-counties, your locations, you will meet people who have different views about life. People who belong to other parties. Your responsibility is to convince them, argue with them, and argue them to your point. Don't tell them, in this sub-county, you can't belong to this party, you must belong to this party, or else you don't belong here. Honestly, I want to be a responsible leader and avoid using negative adjectives to describe that kind of behavior. We chose democracy in our constitution, which means you have a right to choose your party, and no one has a right or responsibility to choose a party for you. And you have a right to associate with
aba bisa babanyanyimbo kurwase getaseni kyanyanchwa kubwatrana nebyombe aho ibebi kurwan egosebi korabakora wano mu sub county police commando Kisii Central Musa Imamai nigo babe kabyare nyasore emebuko 10 asekenyoro kyanya kobaria location ya Nyabururu ward ya Kitutu Central imeyebunke ya Kitutu Chache South county ya Kisii soko yebusanie nyombe yemo ase Chinsa Inye nigo mukagerwa omonene abakagotama kurinde omokoreri oyomo obodaboda oyokagere gutumika asoko ire nyasore chinsemo abagakubekwa byara nonya nabo imama inigarure gekuro gochiase abone benyasore nakorare buna nigo barachi koimukerwa egetamukero korengana nerichiko erikimaube norbotyuru
Nase Kenyoro Kenya kobaria location ya Nyabururu bunge ya Kitutu Chache South county ya Kisii asaba obisa babanyanyimbo bakoro no sub county police commander kuro Kisii Central Musa Imamai bakoro bunyabyo tindi obuboiriro kubwata kwenya sore nyinge yekagere korusi wasi Chinsa echo na kwani wagochasa Chinsa Mochinde.
Last night at about 9 p.m. Our officers received information about drugs which had been stored in a residential place, a private residential house within Nyamatari. The officers went ahead and laid trap.
Maiga yoko busa ino nyombe yabakageru abakagere goikirani obosari obo nigenya sore nyinge yabage kubwatwa yega nyete gocha kolingori wana bamanyikorwa sensemo ya serikali.
Inside the house, the officers found cannabis sativa stored in carrier bags, about 10 carrier bags. In our investigation, we found that the total brooms that we found out of the stored carrier bags were about 361 brooms.
Nonyana boy mama iniga ene kirego chaka kubo tukirimolio kaso mokorero ya boda boda uyokagere gutumika soko ire Kenya sore yugo chiase Chinsa Mochinde abaga kubeko byara.
We have so far conducting investigations, and we have arrested the suspect, and we have other accomplices who may have been involved with the business alongside with him, and out of our investigation we'll be able to present the arrested person to court.
Asensemo yende ni garurege kurege tindi go chiase bari bago ikirani oboni obona ko baboria go chigwesona ne no bonchorere bonde bora bakonye sobugima bwa bwakira lituko asauro kiri obwa babwaye buna malioga nga bunayo ni gakwirero go sarika kwa bantu beke goriegeke.
It's better that those involved should get into other better businesses than the businesses that are destroying our own young generation. Because if the situation continues the way it is, out of what we have recovered today, then it means that we are looking forward to a situation where most of the youth in this country, majority of youth, are going to be destroyed, or they are going to suffer remarkable destruction out of consumption of drugs.
Kurega Nyabururu ime bunge ya Kitutu Chache South county ya Kisii nchini gonkorokwa Eric Maube.
Siyewe wadi ya masige isto mheshimiwa Michael Motume ni garu gusira kwenyomba awochiase umusayo aserieta masaso soro otuori oyo bwate nyomba otabwate nyomba na indo bwate umuchando bwobongo imeye Kenyoro kia bonyuru nyabi kiobegi sublocation masige isto Mutumeni gaine kiabune yonega tiaria ariete ire yokwikirania tinga ki choburai waye na tukumanyiwa no mwikeito sagini Kerosi Thomas.
Una enchre moyo koro kia obwanchani amonoko konya gocha ase abantu baye niko omwe musie masige isti omweshimo Michael Mutume anyare kwagachira omusawo yomenyomba okwana nga kialenge kogora enyomba yo niko omwesimi wa Michael Mutume anyara gotebanga nga kiachoretwo bojumbe bwaye niko achoretwo reganga yo konya abantu baye kimaendeleo na boigo anyare konya abantu baye asiginsemo ao
Kerena mwanchorete na tebete ngusuguma ebintu bibere ngusuguma amagendero ya serikali nenje buno muntu nteme gweito na kibo Kristo na gokora omoki una muntu ndi bwensi ogochie kanisa gokonya omuntu monekera arororo ngachaka kwaga nyomba kuru Nyamaruma na chakirite nyomba yo mwago kuro kwa wiro so boy kari Nyamaruma nse okuro kuobita kurueri twagagire nyomba 25 ene ya 26 twagachire gayi
mutume nigo anyare gukwenera asibalikero kende bataranyora okonya konga bunoko kurende asikinsemo ao abanyare ko baba gokonyeka na bonsi tikamanyenga na bantu bamasige isti bonsi bare
masaso no mwana ominto moke orega iga na nani mateka tita banki na banki bankere gusina ndi bwate mechande menge ko na atari raba gotua bange sana ase binyoro byeito buna tinda ikase ino nabogoja konsumangiche lakini na barabumba bwate mechande mengi oyibuo moiso na atarete no mugako ito musabu chivu Abraham erenga nyorare ndire buya sana enkoro ya neka go lakini anda bange na chire na atarire ngonyora babwate mechande mengi intumo no buna aba Kristo bari tutayete ko musaba abantu goja chikanisa chirito go changira tiga chimbu cheito chimusa abantu gochie kanisa ere buya gosere bo
Mheshimiwa mutume nigo anyara kwera asobwagare una nigo abero gutara ekenyoro kyaye na kotebe godi na bogo nyorenga abantu nabange mono babwato bokongo
nabera atoke nyombe itira ikange na buo gosere ekenyoro kya ubuna bona akire konyoranga enero enyombe ntanga ni ase 26 yagachiri bonyame lakini bali bande bakonyekire batoka abamokonga sa application abawa bonsi naba masige bakarataki leo tumesaidia huyu mwiso nande ntwarenge ganya bita segete iga na ronto igorete nyombe nde iga ya segete nsaiga nande mambia na ngokonya tole nonde nande mambia ngokonya tole nonde buna kingurunya sa gotoa tosegeta na litangane inga no eto ati chibesa nkirora akorekere kia asaba amino egiora akorekia buna tokonyara kokonyo yo mino moya chinka kichingia to moye bigocha gose bono
kando na kumwagajere nyomba nigo mheshimiwa mutume anyare gokonya omongwano yegetanda amone mattress na boygo amona marangeti agocha kobo gutumia
royo ntu amoretera negetanda ngagitaro ni wakebetire nyomba nokere nande ngomonyora tore oburangeti borio borito arindegere ebisi
ngito mbuya mono esa yankoreire onyagachirwo omwana enyomba
omwana oyone na bachane gitu mwisimige tume ko mitume anyarega okonyo omwana masasa singi joko moroserie gesasa akorara
twakoire miaka no gotoromuya
Oteria eta television ya beru baroba usi amone nsengima kuru ase kenro kya nyameur nyabite me yamasike east ward nyamaje sub county me yakisi county oyo no morario ino sagini kerose Thomas ukiona eta television ya elea ujue meundwa na watangazaji walioshamiri katika taaluma ya uandishi na utangazaji Hard Broadcasting House eta ya house Kisumu Road Nyamataro kwako studio.
That's right. Place your multi-bet on OnlyBet.
Mateyo mwana bodaboda serieta Esbon Momanyi waro kurwa sekinyoro kiaria kworo imeye wodi ya gesime bungi ya kitutu masabe kaunti ya Nyamira nigo bareno bwoba magega yo mwana bodaboda yo kobora kurwa boritko ya Jumatano mubaso neritko lya igoro etraka ye pigipigi gutoka Chinsemo tia Molo nigo bona basabire serikali kubabwatsia ero kumanya somwanchobo aberete Felix Nyakundi norbotyo rwasubwime
Esbon Momanyi ni gasogete kogende mirimo yaje ya butambe ya bodaboda na kuroritwe ryo rya Jumatano tanya korekana gusiko igwekana umurugyo ye asirita Joyce Kerubo gakweresera chinga kichomwerio no mugakoye
nigarwite gari tukoria Wednesday yarengeza nani cha mugaso nari tokwane tenere ryo mweri akaenda mno yo kwenda kuchima sobeti wana kuweriti maidina ki na irarete kuruma sobeti yao litukorie horonto atemete kumurigi mumuro mwaba manena akagenda esarusi tipiki abate ne yeroni akagenda bakaturaki bakanyori turaki kali muru kurabun turamanyana ki eranka yaberete nje kingo kanigyo kya serikali ankonya tubwaterane twins nyare kumanyisari singenja antigere tabana bage dingo nyara kore nanchibieka
abaiburi baye nigo batigere bali n'ubwoba bonene kubatikana n'umwana obo asikiri no gukumye traka ye pigipigi yaye gokonyorekana Chinsa muchia molo korende sponi goikira bono taramanyekana sare
no to butete na reskai angeri tukuri mata biasara mbiri para igache karine kalenge iga ndese biasara bwato hoteli na mabakali twakira ndi murumu abagatanga tiganda tema kumokoraki kumurigia ne na kuri kurende nesi epigipigi ndiye mongino ne bachieterende karanga bategenda musomo amina njenda ndese mutureti kanya batumirwe sa serikali guchikere kuri report na bali gete na murumu abago chontenga ya pigipigi atokire kale muru kakumuru gaitire ona kururi ntomanyeti
atanyu marurende ngaya kali rube mugambi agante bigenda gesimuri kopi ngalika opi akeigo murumu aboyo muterenerete pigipigi yere yamo akagenda nkamutebi minyokoro itararusi gweturaka akagenda akanyora yarusi gweturaka eturaka ekali turi abugo se kali muru guchimoino hona n'umwana oye simigero avuga akinari gusabunde bwensi yo rochonda igarumu arumu mwamo mutambi nako bigabigita ndabunero ngiribu neri fregita isati erontamanya neri linachitaga chinji
Cleopas Masharia no munyakiro gubwe stage ya Ayakorekire abwase konye esponi agokorera nigasa bironde bwensi orarore no nyene namba ye pigipigi giyo ya esponando nsi kubekorobote asabanya nyimbo kagusaba boyigo serikali kubwata siya mateye eri mu muro yo anyare komonyekana sare
umurumu wa mwana batate information egaragide sekamane ya mogo akande pigipigi ga traki bakantobe bakanyere etraki hiye tukutire asagurunga tuli aiga ari muro era monyene nturamo treasure sare bibintura ya treasure sare bibiere korere KM GQ 222Y onde bwensi ornyero girande gaki na moto akire report tunyara komanya tunyara gusenda mu muru yo minto agara ntu na gitura amani tokore bora yaito na morembe igo asa serikali yaito abara ibaito tobwadesi agara tunyara mu muru ya saberata agara na familia yae na baratwara amani
Gingo reporterieta TV kuro igasi Chinsa muchia Ayakorekire chichigotoka imeye wadi ya gesime bunge ya Kitutu Masabe county ya Nyamira Inche Felix Nyakundi.
And strikes.
Cashback, guys.
Lose one game on your multi-bet and get cash back on OnlyBets.
Serikali nigera chego chakia okorikia kwa ibanda sobo nke aserige tego chakorikia wetanya bante milioni yemo balia baikire myaka yo kubwata ibande kagukwana nabarikia mangana ekeratadala chiabis cha National Registration Bureau asenyomba ya NSSF mwaziri w'uburendi bw'ime Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen nigo aenekeiria bakenya bune serikali ya Kenya kwanza nebwatekerenga kyo godatiga magega mokenyu ndebwensi asokonyora obokorero buyabwe serikali asamenda goteba buna ebibande chiri buchiminye tibera uyiwa kurwa service yo muri kito kurwa county ya Nairobi. Josephat Muracha Romotiuru
Chinga kia serikali ya chakiro moroberi wo kwena na ibande litukulia lero mu waziri w'uburendi bw'ime Kipchumba Murkomen aika sichia bisyokoro isie bibande cha NSSF tana kiria bakenya nigo barachikubwa toke bibande asobwa ngomono.
We are working very hard to ensure that many Kenyans who are not registered, first time registrations and replacements are going to happen in record time. Starting from next week, the other week, we are going to roll out mobile registration program in the pastoralist areas in the northern part of the country. The security checks that have been put in place ensure that no one in Kenya can get an ID if you do not deserve. Including, I have looked at cases where some Kenyans want to have an extra ID to change their age. Sometimes they want to have an ID and yet they are registered as refugees. Some people registered and proceduralist refugees are unable to get IDs and so forth. I am happy to see that technology is applied, including the fingerprint system, to make sure that no person who doesn't deserve gets national ID.
Noina batebire serikali ya Rusi kibesi cyo kubwatira ebibande elio naliye nambe nene y'abakenyera anyore ebibande boikirano.
That His Excellency the President gave us directives to remove the fees that were required for fast registrations for IDs. Now every Kenyan who registers or wants an ID for the first time is getting it for free. The removal of 300 shillings has made it possible for many to register. And going forward, as we do our mobile registration, we believe that many Kenyans will now be able to get their IDs in record time.
Asabira Abakenya wesoke na kubwata ibibande asobonge na bali batoroye ibibande bakorebo asobwango mono.
Even as the IBC is carrying out mass registration of voters, this is your time to get your ID in record time. Come forward, get your ID so that you can also register to be a voter in Kenya. I want to ask Kenyans to please collect their IDs. We have 400,000 uncollected IDs, which means around 270,000 or 80,000 are those who are replacing their IDs, and nearly 150,000 are those who are actually taking it for the first time. So I want to ask, do we have too many IDs in many offices across the country? During Jukwaa la Usalama, we agreed with the chiefs that we will create a program where they will directly take the IDs to their villages and to their communities. And I want to encourage many Kenyans, especially those who registered in their villages. The IDs have gone there, they have traveled to take the time and make sure that they collect their own IDs.
Kuripoti lieta ya TV kuru mocho maneno Nairobi, Marieta Nenchos Fatima Kura Moracha.
Shukisha! Cash out in style with improved OnlyBet cash out.
Serikali nigo yachakirie omuroberi ogugosira abasae kwegendereria monaso bonchoreria umanyakaine buna the National Youth Opportunities Towards Advancement gosenyota ase serikali ya Kenya irache kubwatirana ne benki nene World Bank omuroberi orengete gokonya abasae ribwemie yemo imensi ya Kenya ukwana achinga kemurana n'abakonyi baba waziri ase nyumba y'uburai State House imwe mu Nairobi buraiwense ya Kenya Dr. William Samoei Ruto nigaine kebunamba chekubwatirana ne chinsemo chionsi Erio kwene kiabuna omuroberi oyobere kogoikira nasenchire bwenerete erio gokonya abasae.
This is one of the programs that I thought we need to give it a whole of government approach, because sometimes these programs get lost in the noise and in the usual. You know, we need to step it up so that we can give it visibility and we can get the right people engaged. We have 100,000 that are targeted under the business support. We have 90,000 on-job experience who will be twinned with trainers. And then we have another 20,000 for RPL, recognition of prior running, and then another 600,000 to be trained on AGBO.
So we target to benefit at least 820,000 young people, vulnerable and marginalized, in all wards, in every ward. That's 1,450. And also looking at refugees in gazetted camps in Garissa and also Turkana. So the eligibility must be young people between 18 to 29 years and up to 35 years for persons with disabilities. Education must not have gone beyond Form 4, but you also look at those who never went to school and also drop out. Employment, of course, should not be employed and is gender inclusive. In fact, the emphasis is 50-50 gender parity.
Babe, free bet is calling.
Yes, your free bet is calling at onibets.com.
Umuraibe kiama kia DCP Rigathi Gachagua ni garuro kuboria guchiasi bari bonse ba kuboria birogo soba chorio bokena boigo obonene mono wetrase kiama ekyo wetuma asoko ikera abananchi okwana se chiabisi kiama chinga kichyo ko muraria Karisa Kenga Stanley oyola chikurwa nerekerogo kyobo chumba sebunge ya magarini wetra kiama ekyo kia DCP ni asobo chorio boke Gachagua ni gatebire goseni garrokana gochengera gochecheria baria bakungaineka no mungso bwe metandao kunamba chikobwa obochori nigo barokyo kwegena nonya nabo kugochia konyoro bobuya sebirogo au wetrase kya mekyo kya DCP.
Presidents are made in the field. Sindio? So sisi ni watu ya mashinani. And you must go and mobilize people and inspire them. And you must have content. People must remember what you say 1 month down the line. That is how you become a president. So sisi tuko hapo na tunasukuma ground, and I want to encourage all of you, mukitoka hapa murudi kwa ground. There are 5 options on how you get elected as an MCA, MP, senator, governor or president. Option number 1, ground. Option number 2, ground. Option number 3, option number 4, option number 5. There is no other formula. Unajua mimi naona watu wako na mastori mingi. Ati unafikiri ukiweka picha ya mtu ate kwa social media he can be president. Ati unaweka picha the 6th. That cannot make you president. You must go out there and mobilize numbers. And you must inspire the people of Kenya. If they admire you, you must translate that admiration to votes. If they believe in your philosophy, you must convert that belief into votes. That can only be done by aggressively going to the people and mobilizing them to agree to back you for whatever position that you want. So all of those of us who are in DCP, our slogan is Sikiza Wake. The conversation must be ground. You are mobilizing people on the ground. And then the online space is very important to capture your activities on the ground. But ukiwa huko kwa mtandao uendi ground, shauri yako.
Tokeza kushinda hizi viti zote ambazo tumefield candidates katika by elections zile ambazo zinakuja in November. Niko na uhakika tunaenda kujitokeza kushinda hizi viti zote ambazo tumefield candidates.
Babe, free bet is... Babe, free bet is calling.
Yes, your free bet is calling at odibets.com.
Mwancho murigeri togosoa seta ya chigosore club kia FC ekyoge kogosore se regional league ni gorero kia gosore kiminano kyogotiema na chinguru na ne endo FC kogosoria ase league ya sub county ya Sameta riamo ni goya nyoro bubwibwe goria ye masenoti asegeti kia rianchore ebunke yabo basi kefanengo bosire na mange
na segeti keria nchoreme ya wodi ya Sameta mukwerero ibunge ya bobasi abwase kimena negeti nguki nyara kobuge kwenekiwa kubwatirania klabu ke FC na kiria kiariamo riamoni komanyara ko bakanyoro bwibwe gore ya masenoti eyo yatoka segepindi yege tangani
na umuhimu wa hii friend wa siku ya leo despite Iendo inacheza sub county league ni mimi kuja mashindano na kutafuta vijana wadogo ambao wako na talent so that ni inue juu. Kwa hivyo hata ukiangalia kwa timu yangu ya Riamo ni vijana wadogo sana ambao wanatumia kucheza ligi. So nikipata vijana wawili watatu kama nimeona hapa, ikiwa tawa promote wacheza kwa regional league, hiyo ndio njia moja ya kuinua vipaji za watu ambao wako mashindani. Kwa Riamo plan zangu ni ku make sure timu imepanda hadi kama ni uwezo ifike KPL. Kwa hivyo sasa hii tuko regional league, tuko na point 42 Number 1 ametushindia point 4. So I think tumebakisha mechi karibu mechi 3. Iwapo tutajituma vizuri tu win hizo mechi 3, inamaanisha tutatoka regional league na tupande ngazi ambayo inafuata.
Asense moyo mwegere buyende FC ni gate biringe kimenene kire yukira mokonye anemono gochikuyerga ne busibe kimeneno kyabo ekibaro bereti ase ligi ya sub county ya Sameta.
Kwa majina naitwa Josephat Okero, coach wa FC. Leo tumekuwa na friendly hapa against Riam FC, a bit more experienced team kutoka regional. Tupate kujifunza moja ama mawili ambayo atatusaidia katika sub county ambayo tunaendelea kucheza. At least pia sisi vijana wapate ku experience, ku learn, exposure, ndio as venye tunaendelea kusonga, at least ndio tuweze kupata tujue kitu tunaenda kufanya katika sub county league.
Shukuru shule zote ya Rianjore Secondary na Rianjore Primary kwa kutukaribisha hapa nyumbani. Pia vile vile na washukuru wageni ambao wametutembelea kutoka kwa Federation. Tunawapongeza sana kwa kuweza kufika hapa siku ya leo. Hii ni friendly muhimu sana ya kujipima. Sisi kama yeye ndio tulikuwa tunajipima tuone kama tumefikia kiwango kipi ambacho tutaweza kuenda mbele, kwa sababu aim yetu iko tutoke kwa hii ligi ya sub county tuelekee county league.
Nige kimenene kikiana kwa bage kubati waso bwange na baraibenko yokurwa CBCFKF county ya Kisii amona babwata ni bande bechi kosori bakura mwana daktari Paul Matieko Uyorengo mwegerewe klabu ya Kisii Queens.
Amekuwa mbunifu sana, amekuwa mtu mkakamifu, amekuwa mtu hard working. Kwa hivyo hata kama tuko hapa viwanjani, ni njia moja ya kumkumbuka mwenzetu ambaye alituacha jana, Nicodemus Migosi. May his soul rest in peace.
Kurbatreta TV kwa sensemo ya Rianchore yogo toka se wodi ya Sameta mkorere bunge ya bobase county ya Kisii Rian Nkefa Nengobosire.
Hello. Get Karibu bonus when you join ODBet. That's right. Place your multi-bet on ODBet.
Mwanjo murere banaye naratwa kwariganire tyase Ayakorekire Ijumaa Chinsa Inye yowekera numbiye munaswali mwezi mwabere mu butobwa ati kuri umucakana weka omweri abari kibaitu walitwa batina soko ene kimwe twasangirire mangana yega na gukwariganira senchera ere yowekera nuto kubakira ngambye mono gendera kubati mirobero yansi Etaya TV asensemo ya Facebook na YouTube ni wora tunyarwetera Etaya TV kwiga sensemeria ya TikTok eritriane Everline Osero Ven Muriango nero ene kechibicha niryo gicha wekere sema imanyerero ni gotwa watrana nere Joshua Auta na magaye kamera ni gotwa rengenere Franklin Mayunga gukuganeria oboyere boro byase mirobero yonse botkubora watereru nabaygo e weekendi erenkia
And strikes.
Cashback, guys.
Lose one game on your multi-bet and get cash back on ODBets. Shukisha! Cash out in style with improved ODBet cash out.
Babe, free bet is calling.
Yes, your free bet is calling at odibets.com.
Etaya TV, Oborabu Wabusi.